Welcome. This is Out of Order English Podcast, live and raw, the first episode. And you're welcome to listen. Thank you for being here, listening to us, people. We don't really know what's going to happen. We don't have any plans. It's completely spontaneous and sporadic. We may talk about all sorts of different things that you may not expect. And there may be things that you do expect. You'll have to listen till the end to find out. Ben is here with us. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone. Steve, what's special about the live and raw version?
Well, as you know, Ben, you're a little bit of a perfectionist, and you've spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and that's enough, editing the original.
I thought it will take an hour.
The Out of Order English podcast, because you like to make it perfect, which is great, and it shows because the end result is always excellent, or exemplary, as we were just saying about that word. So I thought, well, let's do live and raw, which we can do, but generally we won't do much editing, if any editing at all. If there's 5-second gap, then maybe I'll edit that down. But if we sneeze or we cough or we make a blunder and a blooper that we didn't mean to say something, it stays in. So you get to hear it as it happens without any editing.
I hope it will not make the listeners bother them. I mean, like if there will be some extra noise or something. Or maybe actually like sometimes people like it in natural way, because for example when you process something it sounds not natural anymore.
Yeah, that's true. If you can edit it to its extreme and make it sound really good and cut out all the bits that really shouldn't be there, but then that's what takes so long. So if we can do a recording that includes everything, and like I say, the bloopers and all, if there should be any, then it will be able to do more podcasts more regularly, which is what we keep getting asked for. After we recorded the last podcast, somebody said, "Oh, I've just listened to your last podcast, episode 6. When are you doing the next one? Tomorrow?" What? I'm not doing one every day. What do you think we are, machines? So no, we'll do one every so often, but more regular than we were doing the Out of Order normal podcast, the live and raw we can do here, which we're recording at the moment on Free for Talk. We normally record it on Discord, and we've opened 5 slots, so 2 slots for Ben and myself, and 3 slots, so we don't know who's going to come in. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they've got good mics, and hopefully there's no background noise. Otherwise they'll get kicked. So we have somebody in now. Who's this? This is Kathy.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing all right, Kathy, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, so I'm good.
Well, that's good. We've also got Helga here with us. Hello, Helga.
Hello, Steve.
Helga's from Germany, and he's improved his English dramatically in the last year.
Really? I didn't know that, Steve.
Yeah, he won't believe me. I keep telling him this, and he says, "Oh, no, my English isn't very good." It is good.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Thanks for the compliment.
That's all right. And Helga's having a bit of a holiday break at the moment, so he's off doing all sorts of things, enjoying himself.
Yeah, I am, because my family left, and I'm alone at home, so I have enough spare time, and so I try to join here on Free for Talk, your room, and other people, to improve my English.
Well, that's the idea. That's what people go to Free for Talk for, is to practice and improve. We've also got someone, and when I say someone, I don't mean someone, I mean someone. The someone has joined us in the room too.
I usually have a bad or sound noise problem.
Yes,
but
you do.
I hope this time I don't have. or
the audio is not very good. The audio is breaking up.
okay, I should try to fix it.
Okay, thank you.
Steve, but in the live and raw version, because for example, we have already many people waiting to join us in the podcast, and we do a podcast like every couple months. I mean, out of order English podcast, the normal one. For that reason, I mean, the list getting crowded, but we don't give them the chance. But at least maybe we can have them in live and raw one.
Yeah, we can put a post on the Discord server saying we're going to do live and raw, say on Thursday at 7 p.m. UK time. And anyone that wants to join us, there's space for 3 other people. Come and join us if you'd like to. Somebody actually said today, why don't you invite, remember Seeker? Yeah, he had his own room open earlier, and we were talking about the podcast and the live and raw. And I said to him that we should be doing a recording tonight, which he was pleased about because he's listened to all the others a few times, and was saying that he enjoys them. And somebody suggested that, why don't you ask Seeker to be a guest on your show? And I said, well, generally we don't ask people to be a guest because that may make them feel awkward. They may be nervous or shy and would feel bad in saying, well, no, I don't really want to do that. So generally we wait for people to say, can I be a guest? And then we say, yeah, that's fine. But if we ask people, then they could feel awkward because they may want to say no.
Actually, sometimes I feel like there are passionate or like eager people. They give us a lot of feedback. At that time, actually, I said, would you like to join us? And they say, oh, really? I said, yes, really.
Yeah, well, look, Ham's come in. Ham is another native English speaker. I don't know which accent he's going to be using today.
Well, I'm a native speaker. It's going to be a British accent, don't you think?
It wasn't earlier.
What other accent would I put on? I can't think of anything else I'd speak.
Outside Scottish.
We speak the King's.
Yes, the King's English. Hello, Ham.
Yes, that's right. Is that right, Helga? I'm a native speaker. I only speak English, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you does. You do.
You does.
But I also like. But I also really like, your Indian accent.
Why would I speak an Indian accent? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, maybe it's somebody that just sounds like you.
Yeah, could be.
Could be somebody emulating your voice.
Or my twin brother, who I don't know.
Yeah, who you didn't know you had.
Like got adopted at birth because my parents couldn't afford him or something.
Oh, that's such a sad story. Well, as you've probably noticed, this is episode 1, so this is a trial thing to see how it goes. We're doing it live and raw, so whatever happens, and unless it's something really bad, it'll stay in the recording and we won't edit it out. Have you listened to our podcast before, Ham?
Well, I'm not really studying English, so I'm not really, it's not really my thing.
No, but it's...
But are you asking if I could review it or just give comments about it? Is that what
No,
you're
I just wondered if you had listened because you were perhaps interested in what sort of thing we were doing. I thought you may have had a listen at some point.
No, I haven't, no. I mean, there's another guy who does this kind of stuff and I don't bother with him. That Jack Bosma guy.
Oh, I don't bother with him. No, he's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he does a similar thing. He I don't know, he does some kind of language podcast thing.
Well, I think... No, I'm not going to go into it because she might listen.
Let's not make fighting. Yes, it is recorded.
Yeah, we don't want to put people down, but yeah, he's a different character, shall we say.
Let me put mark here. Just in case we need to remove.
What time point are we? I may have to edit that bit out.
Yes, you can edit me out. I didn't know actually doing a live. I didn't actually know you're doing a live recording right now.
Yeah, it says recording in big capital letters.
Okay.
So it's nice of you to jump in and say hi. It's always nice to speak to another native English person. A lot of people say to me, there's no other native English speakers here, it's only you. And I say, no, there isn't. There's Ham, and there's Alexander AI Learning Online. And what was the other person called? I've forgotten his name. Oh no, I've forgotten his name. What was he? Rohail Solomon. He's from London as well. So there's 3 others that I know about. So it's not just me, everybody. There are other native English speakers here too that are from England.
Yeah, but they're not here as much.
No, they only come occasionally. So I'm
They
here.
don't live here like you.
I live here. I'm
You do.
my
You do
bed's
live
right
here.
next to the microphone. Not really. I don't really have my microphone next to the bed. But yes, in order to keep the podcast going, there's a little gap there that was silent. So there may be some music in that little bit when it goes to production. There may just be a little bit of music in that little space there.
But if you're going to do a podcast, shouldn't you like have a theme or a specific topic that you should be, guiding the conversation rather than just people just randomly coming in and talking like they normally do on Free for Talk?
Yes, that's right. We're spontaneous and sporadic. We may have an idea of something we could talk about, but generally it's spontaneous. We just chit-chat and see where it goes and give people the chance to hear English being spoken really well. Or not, as in the case of those few seconds that just went past. So we'll put a background music track on this, and we'll check the subtitles, and we'll add the subtitles to it as well, so you can read along as we're speaking in case it's a word you didn't know and you can look up.
You can cut me out of this podcast, and next time I shall be better prepared.
Well, I can't cut you out now. You've been here for 10 minutes.
I know. Well, you have to cut it out.
Can't do that, I'm afraid.
Okay.
That's what we're scared of, Steve.
Oh, I could bring my friend Mr. Patel along if you want.
Mr. Patel?
Oh yes.
Not Mr. Patel.
He's an Indian friend of mine.
Oh, is he there with you, is he?
I could bring him along next time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be
His
interesting.
English is very good. He's a native speaker as well.
He's from London.
Yeah, I think so. And he lives near the Queen's house.
Oh, Buckingham Palace. Lovely. Anyway, how long have we been recording for now? Let me have a look.
It's 12, 13 minutes, Steve.
13.
How long?
Can I ask a question?
You can. Hopefully we can hear you.
Okay, there's 2 lines in this program report. The one above and under the second line. So the second line, what is
What's the second line? Are you looking at the video that Ben's sharing? Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, the second line is Ben. The first line is us, and the second line is Ben's voice.
Okay.
I can
And
isolate myself from you anytime.
He wants to
Anytime I'm
isolate
not there.
himself. He wants to isolate himself from us. He doesn't want to associate with us.
Yeah, in case something goes wrong, I can get rid of myself and I say I wasn't there.
I wasn't there. They're talking to somebody that's invisible. Right, well, we're probably on about 14 and a half minutes now, so let me have a look. It's 14 and a half minutes. So I suppose it's time to say we're going to close this one down, and we haven't really talked about much to do with English, but we have been speaking in English, so hopefully somebody will find that useful. And the words that you may not know, you can look up in the subtitles and then check them out on your favorite search engine, how to pronounce them and what their meaning is, and add those to your vocabulary. Don't forget. create 2 sentences using that new word, speak it out loud, and then try and use that new word regularly for the next 2 or 3 days, and you'll stand a chance of remembering it, and you can use it in the future. So, Ben, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for our listeners for listening our podcast.
Yeah, and Helga, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks.
Enjoy the rest of your break. And someone thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.
Oh, at least we heard everything you said that time without it breaking up. Well done. And Ham, thank you for coming in too.
You're welcome.
So Out of Order English Podcast live and raw. Episode 1 is now finished, unfortunately, but come back for some more very, very soon. Thank you and bye-bye.